What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Marvel Rivals, and today, man, I want to do something a little special, man, and try to help people out here, man, because I know for all people that solo queue, whether you're trying to catch up with your homeboys or you're just solo queuing your own way, you want better teammates, right? So this video here, man, I got 6 things for you guys to help y'all become better teammates and just better overall players in general, man. So let's get right into this, man. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is one thing I know that's been drilled into y'all's head since the beginning of the game has come out, but I'm going to go ahead and beat this dead horse because the first thing you need to do is learn multiple characters and multiple roles. So you can't just learn, like if you are someone who can only play DPS characters, you're wrong. You need to be able to play DPS, Vanguard, and Strategist. If you want to improve not only your gameplay, but improve yourself as a teammate for your teammates, and just to be a better teammate in general, y'all need to be able to play every single role. Also, this also branches off into the fact that, yes, sometimes you might have to play a role like healer even though you don't want to. But just because you do that, let's not pick a healer and go try to DPS with the healer. All right, let's not do that. Okay, like an example of this, I had someone come in with Loki, and at the end of the first checkpoint, this man had 66 healing. Okay, 66 healing. What were you doing the entire time out there trying to do DPS? And then when I got on the mic and asked, he comes on and says, "Oh, I don't like playing healer. Can we?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll switch with you." But here's the thing, to be a better teammate, you need to learn how to play these healers. You need to learn how to play healer. You need to learn how to play tank. You need to learn how to play DPS. All these roles are needed, and all of them are equally as important. And if you are forced to play a role that either you're not comfortable with, or if you are forced into a role like healer, man, you need to go out there and try to be the best healer you can fucking be. None of this bullshit anymore of people, you know, everyone picks. So you're sitting there like, damn, I gotta play healer. So you pick the healer, and you just go out there and you just don't heal at all, right? Just throwing the match, okay? So again, learn multiple characters and roles so that you can be effective in each one of them. The next thing to make you a better player and a better teammate is gonna be understanding positioning for the character that you play, all right? Good example of this. I'm tired of seeing Moon Knights. Right, so basically, well, let me explain how most of the time. Usually, you have your frontline tanks that are fighting on the point, and then usually behind them you have the healers. Right? If you're Moon Knight, there's no reason for you to be with the healers. Right? There's no reason for you to be sitting back behind your tanks. You should be off to the side, taking off angles, attacking their back lines, or attacking them from different angles. You should be positioned in a place to take their focus away from the tanks or the main area of attack, which is going to be in front of them. So everyone think about it. So when the point happens, you have the initial fight that's right there on the point. People are looking in front. Your healers and your tanks are usually going to be positioned right here. When you're DPS, you want to go around the sides. Okay? Y'all want to go around the sides. Don't run funnel straight into the middle. That's bad positioning for most DPS. There are certain DPSs that are better for sitting in the back lines, like Namor, Squirrel Girl. These two are characters that can just sit in the back line and shoot because they don't really have damage fall off. But for those that have damage fall off, y'all cannot be just sitting in the back lines throwing attacks. You need to position yourself in areas that are off angles, getting behind the team sometimes. You need to be a nuisance as DPS when it comes to your positioning. For healers, stop running into the fray with tanks. We don't have to be right up on them with tanks. The only healer that benefits truly from being right up on somebody is going to be Invisible Woman, because her primary attack heals and damages at the same time. So she might want to play a little bit closer so she can do that. But other than Invisible Woman, no other healer needs to be right up on them in order to heal. All right? And same thing with Loki. Speaking of positioning for Loki, you need to position one of your clones, Loki, on the point where the tanks are fighting. Not only will sometimes your clone cause a distraction for the other team as they'll attack the clone instead of your teammate, but it allows you to have a heal point on the position for your Vanguard. So as a Loki, you want to position your clones properly. As DPS, you want to be on off angles, positioning yourself on off angles very often to help take away fire from the primary point of attack and to also get and attack backlines. If you're on off angles, you can attack people. You can attack healers from the backline as DPS on off angles. So positioning, understand the character you are and get in the right positions with them. The third thing, understanding when to push forward and take space and when to fall back. Okay? This is also dependent on the character you're playing and what's going on in the game. If you guys are playing domination or even convoy and you win the initial fight, right? The two healers can push the convoy. That means everyone else should play slightly ahead and push forward, right? You push forward slightly ahead. Not too far because you don't want to be outside of your line of sight of your healers. Okay, and that's also, I forgot to mention that in the positioning section. Make sure you're not getting outside of your sight lines of your healers for positioning as well. But you want to move forward and take that space while your healers push the convoy or while your healers sit on the point and make it go up faster. You want to push up some, but make sure you're not outside of their line of sight. Now, let's say the part of the team that pushes up, one person dies. Now it's time for you guys to fall back. Okay? It's time to fall back now and regroup so that you don't lose more than one teammate and now you're being staggered like crazy. Also, understanding when to fall back and push forward depends on the character you are. Like I was in a game where I had a Hulk and a Strange playing. The Hulk can push further out because he has mobility to get back, to fall back. So he can go a little further out because he's able to come back. Not only that, he has shields and things of that nature. Now my Strange was pushing out with the Hulk, but the problem is Strange doesn't have mobility to get back. So with Strange, you have to understand that you can't push up and take space outside of line of sight pretty much at all because you don't have the mobility to get back. Now someone like Hulk, Captain America, Venom, these guys can push outside of line of sight because they have the ability to get back to their healers. So understand what character you are and when to push forward and take space and when to fall back and regroup with your teammates so that you don't die. Or if you did lose somebody in the initial group, you don't lose everybody. You don't want to be too much staggering out there, okay? Now, the fifth thing is going to be ult usage. This is mostly with the strategists. Make sure if we have strategists like a Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman or Luna, we do not want to double ult. Okay, you want to hold on to them as much as possible, and you want to stagger your ults. This way, you have the healing as long as possible. Okay, when it comes to DPS ults, you pretty much just want to make sure you're using them and not wasting them. Like I don't know, like an Iron Man that shoots it and hits the roof. Or an Iron Man that only wants to shoot his ult from a mile away, so he gives the team the utmost time to react to it, okay? So as DPS, you want to just make sure that you're using your ult at the right times and not wasting it on like just one person or something like that. This ult usage is more for the strategists so that they don't double ult because you want to make sure you hold on to that as much as possible, right? Now, the last thing I want to mention again, and this is something that, I can't mention this enough because even I've noticed that me getting it and doing this has benefited my team a lot, but can we please start getting on the mic and using communication? Okay, learn how to take criticism, learn how to notice that you yourself are having a bad game and ask somebody on your team to switch roles with you. If you're playing DPS and you're having a bad game, get on the mic. Let your teammates know, hey, I'm not doing too hot. Can I switch? Make a switch. Let someone else do it. Get on the mic when we're picking characters and let us know, hey, I only know how to play this character. Stop being, I guess it hurts people's egos to admit that they're one trick. But if you're one trick, admit it. Own it. You know what I'm saying? Own that you're on one trick. Get on the mic. Let us know. Because I guarantee you, most people would rather give you the character and they play somebody else than have you play somebody else and you go out there and just be computer garbage. So again, can we please communicate? Comms. Get on the mic, man. Let your teammates know what's going on. So, there we go. These are the things I'm talking about that'll help you be a better player and a better teammate, man. Make sure you're learning multiple characters and roles. 2, get better positioning in the game. Understand who you're playing in the best positions with that character to best help and affect the game. 3, understanding the difference of taking space and when to fall back and regroup. 4 is going to be ult charges and the usage of your ults. Okay, make sure we're not wasting these things. We need them. And some ults are just better than others, so also take that into account. And finally, please start using y'all mics. Let's communicate and talk to each other. If we talk to each other about our weaknesses and our strengths, we'll probably go out here and win way more games. You'll be a way better teammate and a way better player. But if you take all these together and learn all this stuff here, you'll improve your own gameplay, man. But down in the comments, man, is there any other advice that you can give to help players become better or just become better teammates in general, man? Anything that I didn't notice, or if you are contradictory or something that I did, let me know down in them comments, man. But this has been another one of them commentary videos, and I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, not sure, but there might be some gameplay I'm gonna leave y'all off with, but I'm out. Peace.
Final score 3-2-2.
Aha.
Come on, baby.
Another epic victory. Sing win.
Aha.